All right, we're getting some more breaking news at this point. On a day that China released a fact sheet of what it calls its version of events as far as the Doklam standoff, which began on the 16th of July, is concerned. We're now getting to know that on the Doklam issue, India's stand is unchanged about what was communicated by the National Security Advisor in Beijing, and India still stands by it. The minute Chinese troops move back the construction of the road, troops will move out. Till then, India has about 350 odd troops at Doklam. Now, the fact is, today in the fact sheet, the China Foreign Ministry said that India has reduced the number of troops and there are about 40 troops and a bulldozer which are still inside. China maintained that it was India which had broken the 1890 convention and gone into Chinese territory, and India had violated principles of international law, and any kind of dialogue is conditional to India withdrawing troops from the area immediately. So China is saying this is our territory. Let's go across now to Aishwarya, our political editor. Aishwarya, what is the Indian government saying about this fact sheet? What is the kind of troop presence? Of course, the dialogue is on between the two countries at multiple levels.
Well, Parikshit, one thing is for clear that the government has made it apparently very clear to Beijing that they stand by the statement given in by the Indian NSA, which was communicated to his Chinese counterpart, Yang Jiechi, alongside the BRICS NSA summit, that yes, India is ready to rather withdraw all of its troops, and at this very point of time, there are 350 Indian troops who are present in that very area, and they are ready to move back unconditionally, but that is only at a point if China agrees to move back minimum of 200 meters from that very point, which does not disturb the status quo of that area. Because what government of India and the Indian troops want is that the status quo should be maintained. It's a tripartite agreement between India, China and Bhutan, and that should be maintained. And the road which is being built up by the Chinese troops is going to disturb that forever. And this is something which the government of India cannot allow, and that's exactly why those 350 Indian troops are present where they are. India, in principle, has agreed, beg your pardon, Parikshit, and it has been conveyed to Beijing itself by the Indian NSA on the 27th and 28th of last month that they are ready to withdraw back, but the Chinese troops need to move back their construction by 250 meters, so the status quo is not disturbed. So it is up to the Chinese troops and then the PLA to decide whether they are ready to move back the new construction by 250 meters. The minute they decide, all of these 350 Indian troops will move back and status quo will be maintained in that area.
So basically, as of now, as far as the troop presence is concerned, not much has changed. India maintaining that our troops are there in a non-combative posture. We're not there to fight. We are working this out. And this is just a question of India's national security concerns. And we are hoping that China would actually look into those concerns. Aishwarya.
Well, that's right. It is a non-combative formation which is there. 350 Indian soldiers are present in the Doklam area. This is the area where exactly Chinese troops are trying to build up a road. And the matter of fact is, Parikshit, the minute that road is built up, status quo is going to be disturbed forever. And it is not only India, but also the Bhutanese side, which is really troubled by this development. And that's exactly why government of India flexing its muscles a bit, but the same has been communicated to Beijing that they are in a non-combative formation. They are just there to maintain that there is no construction which happens in that very area to maintain the status quo, and the same was communicated by the Indian NSA. Today we've seen that communication happening from the Chinese side, that the Indian government was informed about this construction. Yes, we are being confirmed by our sources that the Indian government was informed, but that the point of construction was 350 meters away from where it is being constructed right now. So the point of construction has been changed, and that is the point of disturbance there.
Right. China unilaterally moving the tri-junction point. That is India's worry and concern here. Thanks very much, Aishwarya, our political editor, for getting us the very latest on the Indo-China standoff.